Friends, today I speak to you on John Milton's sonnet on his blindness. There is a bit confusion when you read the title and the first line of the poem. The title is On His Blindness. His means whose. But when you read the first line, you come to know, let me read it. When I consider how my light is spent, ere half my days in this dark world wide, and that one talent which is death to hide, lodged with me useless, though my soul more bent to serve, therewith my Maker, and present my true account, lest he returning chide. Doth God exact day labor, light denied? I fondly ask, soon replies, God doth not need either man's work or his own gifts, who best bear his mild yoke, they serve him best. His state is kingly, thousands at his bidding speed, and post over the land and ocean without rest. They also serve who only stand and wait. So this is the poem, the sonnet written in a Petrarchan mode, sestet and octave and sestet. So it is out of a trauma that Milton has written this poem, the trauma of being a blind. By that time he wrote several poems, but he has yet to write some more poems. But by that time he becomes blind, and it is a semi-autobiographical poem, and he feels that this world is dark, wide, and dark world and wide. But his half of life is spent in light, and he feels the remaining, the rest of his life should be spent in darkness. But he has got one talent, which is, he says it is a death to hide, because he should not hide. He thinks that death to hide means to hide is a death for him. It means that he should not hide it. That talent is a talent of writing poetry. It is in him, lodged, embedded, you can say, dormant. Useless means dormant, because when he is blind he cannot read and write, because eyes are very important. Without reading and without seeing and reading, how can he write? It's not possible. So still he wants to, here says, still he wants to serve the Maker. The Maker is God. My Maker, my God. He wants to serve God by using his latent talent of writing poetry. But at the same time, he wants to present his account, but he puts on question, does God want to exploit work from me, denying light? It's a question, crucial question put to God. And he says he should not, he asks in arrogance or adamancy. He says, I fondly ask. Fondly, fond. Fond is a very, typical kind of expression. It implies love. I am fond of you. It means what? I have love for you. I have likeness for you. So, he does not quarrel with God here. He does not have any ill will against God. He has a firm belief in the existence of God. But his worry is why God has made him blind in the middle of his life. That was his worry. So he wanted to know why it happened to him. So he says, next to patience is made a P capital. Means it's God is. See, it replies comes to him. What is the reply? God doth not need either man's work or his gifts. God doesn't want anything from man. He doesn't expect any man to give him gifts or any hand to work. He does not expect anybody to work for him. But at the same time, who best bear his mild yoke, they serve him best. Yes, here is very, this line is crucial because you have to bear the yoke, the burden, the whatever the thing the God has given. You have to bear with it. You should have patience. They serve him best. And at the end says, his state is kingly. He is in majestic. That is the difference between God and man. So this is the conflict. There is a conflict in the poem. The self and the other. The other, O capital, not small. So the Milton self and the other, there is a conflict between the two. At the end he says, not only me, thousands at their bidding speed. Everyone is asking like me. Everyone has got some or other problem like me. But at the end he says, they also serve who only stand and wait. You have to stand, wait with patience. So the emphasis is the patience. At the same time, he advises everyone who is in trouble like him to bear the yoke, to bear the burden of God. You shouldn't question God. You should not quarrel with God. You shouldn't scold God. God is supreme. God is kingly. So you cannot question. And who asks you to serve the God? God doesn't want anyone to want to work. Any God doesn't want anyone to give him gifts. But out of your talent you are serving him. So it is the word serve here implies two. The master and servant relationship. There is a God is the master. Man is the servant. The self and the other. So here he affirms his firm belief in the existence of God and also the obedience to God and at the same time tolerance and the ability to bear the yoke of God. So whatever comes in your life, you bear with it with patience and you serve the God. Those also serve who stand and wait. Those who not stand, they do not wait. Those who not have patience, they will not serve God. If you want to serve the God, you have to stand and wait with patience. That is the idea embedded in the poem. On his blindness. It is rather confusing. Whose blindness? It is the poet's blindness or the blindness of the God? God. It also implies God is blind to him. God, because he doesn't want anybody to work for him, to serve him. He doesn't expect anyone. His state is kingly. He is supreme. So, it's only out of your talent. You are serving God. You are serving Master. But Master doesn't want anybody to serve him. He never expects anybody to serve him or give gifts to him. Okay. Thank you.